2025. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before we begin, I'd like to thank you the viewers for watching my silly videos. I hope they're helpful. Most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. Anyway, let's get into this. And number 1 we have South of the Circle, a narrative-driven adventure that blurs the line between game and cinematic storytelling. Set in the Cold War era 1960s, you step into the life of Peter, a Cambridge academic, stranded in the Antarctic after a crash. The game weaves between two timelines, Peter's desperate survival in the present and his budding relationship with Clara in the past, all underpinned by socio-political tensions and personal struggles. This is not your typical video game. Instead of fast-paced action or deep interactivity, South of the Circle offers minimal gameplay, focusing on dialogue choices that reflect Peter's emotional responses rather than traditional decisions. You guide him through introspective moments, shaping his reactions and memories in a way that feels more like passive observation than active participation. Visually, the game is stunning, with a minimalist color block art style that creates evocative landscapes and seamless transitions. Its dreamlike aesthetic, paired with an emotive soundtrack, adds to the game's cinematic allure. The performances by Gwilym Lee and Olivia Vanal as Peter and Clara are standout, lending depth and charisma to their complex relationship. However, South of the Circle stumbles in its character work. Peter's flaws, while intentional, make him difficult to root for, especially as the narrative relies heavily on empathy for his journey. The lack of meaningful player agency might leave you feeling detached as the story unfolds on its own terms. While the presentation is polished and the performance is captivating, South of the Circle struggles to balance its narrative ambition with engaging gameplay, leaving you more of a spectator than a participant. And number 2 we have Tyrant's Realm, a roguelike action-adventure that offers a grim, low-poly descent into a cursed kingdom, paying loving homage to the gritty aesthetic and atmospheric visuals of the PS1 era. This game expertly fuses the punishing difficulty and deliberate combat of Souls-likes with the unpredictable nature of procedural dungeon crawlers. At its core, the game challenges you with combat that demands skill, timing, and patience. Every swing, parry, and dodge relies on careful stamina management, rewarding observation over button mashing. You will be punished for overextending, which creates an ever-present tension that mirrors the game's cold, oppressive atmosphere. Though weapons differ primarily in speed and stamina use, finding the right gear is your lifeline in its true roguelike fashion. The replay value is cemented by a roguelike structure, where every run is unique. The biomes, enemy combinations, and gear drops are procedurally generated, ensuring no two expeditions feel identical. This blend of familiarity and unpredictability, coupled with a system of permanent progression via skull altars, gives you the incentive to keep pushing deeper, even after repeated deaths. You'll fight, die, learn, and rise again as the challenge intensifies. While the game shines in its focused design, the atmosphere is genuinely haunting, and the easy-to-learn, difficult-to-master gameplay is addictive. You might find the enemy variety becomes repetitive over time. Furthermore, veterans of Souls games may find the initial difficulty too low, wishing for a deeper challenge sooner. Nevertheless, if you're drawn to retro visuals, deliberate melee combat, and a persistent loop of randomized dungeon crawls, this compact, moody adventure delivers its grim charm with impressive focus. And number 2 we have Pinball Spire, a Pinballvania, a unique roguelike that casts you as Pip, a sentient pinball, climbing a mysterious materialized tower. Unlike traditional pinball, this game features a network of connected medieval-style playfields, blending classic pinball elements, bumpers, kickbacks, and wavy lanes, with novelties like giant controllable gears and spinning plinko cogs. Your goal is to scale the battlement by hitting targets and gathering gems to unlock gates to the next area. To aid your progress across the 3 to 6 hour campaign, you unlock crucial abilities. You initially gain the power to slow down time, which not only helps you avoid plunging past your flippers, but also displays Pip's trajectory, allowing you to make difficult, precise shots. Later, you even earn a fireball ability to burn through obstructions. Since these skills require mana, you must keep hitting ancillary targets to keep your gauge filled and Pip rolling. However, the game can become frustratingly Sisyphean. If you fall past the flippers in some challenging rooms, you'll be forced to inch your way back up, draining the delight as the campaign progresses. Given the Pinballvania descriptor, the linear campaign and lack of forking paths are lamentable. Furthermore, a major absence is the ability to nudge the ball, a fundamental feature that could have alleviated occasional vexations. While the fail-free approach is a progressive ambition that removes the urgency of traditional pinball, it makes the experience feel less like a competitive score chase and more like a simple track. Though the multi-playfield campaign is varied, Pinball Spire is primarily aimed at fanatical pinball fans, offering a unique concept that unfortunately doesn't quite deliver the fun of a traditional high-score competition. And number 4 we have Mr. Sun's Hatbox, a creative blend of action platforming, roguelike gameplay, and base building mechanics that'll keep you hooked for hours. You take charge of a quirky delivery company, thrust into chaos after a package intended for Mr. Sun is stolen by the mischievous Mr. Moon. Instead of brushing it off, you launch an absurdly intense mission to recover the goods, turning your operation into a military-grade base. The core gameplay revolves around 2D platforming with objectives ranging from stealthy retrievals to all-out brawls. You'll sneak, smash, and strategize your way through varied levels packed with surprises. Adding a unique twist, the game introduces hats, over 50 in total, that grant bizarre abilities like launching enemies or spitting poison. These hats are not just for fun, they add a layer of strategic depth to every mission. Your base becomes a vital hub, where you expand facilities, recruit team members, and stockpile gear. The Fulton recovery system lets you extract knocked out foes, hats, and weapons to bolster your resources, but limited balloons mean tough choices. Each team member comes with quirks, both beneficial and detrimental, that affect your strategies. Permanent death ensures a high-stakes risk-reward balance, making every success or failure impactful. While occasional physics glitches may surface, they don't overshadow the thrill of evolving mechanics, increasing mission complexity, and local multiplayer fun. With its charmingly violent tone and endless variety, Mr. Sun's Hatbox is not just another roguelike, it's a standout experience that masterfully combines creativity and chaos. And number 5 we have Tiny Life, a pixel art sandbox and life simulation game often described as a linear lo-fi competitor to The Sims. If you love the charming aesthetic of the original The Sims from 2000, you'll appreciate the game's throwback pixelated visuals, which retain a nostalgic simplicity while incorporating quality of life improvements seen in later life simulators. In Tiny Life, you take control of Tinies, overseeing their basic needs, shaping their personalities, and influencing their lives. You manage everything, from making them work for money to raising a family. Where this game immediately differentiates itself is its open-world neighborhood system. Your Tinies can move freely between lots without the disruptive loading screens you often endure in similar titles, allowing you to stay immersed in the world's daily chaos. The core gameplay loop is supported by a more complex mood system than you might expect. Your Tinies' emotions, like happiness, disgust, or being relaxed, an emotion you can trigger in your fireplaces, influence what actions are available to you, lending more personality to your characters. Building is also a key component. You can fully customize and create houses, parks, and other community spaces. Since the game is in early access, the developer has promised future features like multiplayer, pets, and new life stages. Crucially, the game supports mods and Steam Workshop integration, meaning you can easily share and download custom content, opening up the possibilities for what you can create. If you seek a robust, cozy, and more compact life simulation experience that scratches that classic Sims itch without the overwhelming complexity and cost of modern AAA entries, you'll find Tiny Life to be a refreshing lifeline. At number 6 we have Maze Mice, a top-down bullet heaven roguelite that cleverly mashes the classic maze navigation of Pac-Man with the power progression of Vampire Survivors. Playing as an adorable mouse, you must scamper around contained mazes, frantically grabbing XP bubbles to level up and acquire new powers to defend yourself from the pursuing cats. The core gameplay centers on a brilliant twist. Time stops whenever you stop moving. This is the essence of the game, transforming it from a frantic chase into a game of carefully judged movement, much like Superhot meets Mousetrap. You must constantly ping between XP targets, which reset elsewhere on the map after collection, forcing you into new paths while constantly calculating where the murderous cats will be when you release the directional button. As you advance, the clouder of feline enemies quickly fills the screen, exhibiting increasing aggression by floating and walking through walls. To counter this overwhelming threat, you gain new special powers, similar to the leveling system in Vampire Survivors. These abilities, like flea bombs that jump between enemies, or a trail of fire left in your wake, introduce thematic nuance and variety. The constant cadence of choosing and upgrading powers, coupled with the time-stopping mechanic, makes this surprisingly tense experience feel remarkably chill and controlled. While the game is not overly complicated, its playful loop of experimentation and unlocks offers lasting engagement. It successfully strips back the bullet heaven format, allowing the simple essence of the formula to shine within its tightly packed single-screen arenas. If you're looking for a fresh, smart, and engaging roguelike experience, Maze Mice is a delightful and clever take on the genre. At number 7 we have Faith, the Unholy Trinity, a retro-inspired horror game that masterfully channels the 1980s Satanic Panic era into a chilling lo-fi pixel art experience. Set across 3 acts, you play as Father John Ward, a young priest grappling with the aftermath of a botched exorcism. His journey takes him through haunted houses, cemeteries, and cult-infested sewers as he attempts to stop an impending demonic ritual. The game brilliantly captures the paranoia of its era, blending exorcist-like possessions with creepy Rosemary Baby-esque cults. With only one action at your disposal, raising a crucifix to ward off enemies, the gameplay is simple yet nerve-wracking. Every demon encounter is a race against instant death, pushing you to perfect timing and patience. The game's minimalist controls, proving that less can indeed be more. While Faith excels at building tension with its unsettling environments and atmospheric sound design, it also does not shy away from brutal difficulty spikes. The final chapter in particular can feel punishing, as you're forced to memorize enemy patterns to survive. This old-school challenge might delight hardcore retro enthusiasts, especially during the finale's maze-like darkness. Still, if you're willing to brave through its tough moments, Faith delivers a haunting, story-rich experience that celebrates the era's horror themes. It is a uniquely crafted indie gem with a story that is absolutely brilliant, and will haunt you long after the credits roll. At number 8 we have 100% Orange Juice, Game of the Year Edition. In the realm of digital board games, few titles capture the whimsy and unpredictability of chance like 100% Orange Juice. This indie gem has enchanted players since its debut in September 2013. With its recent surge in positive reviews and a thriving community, it's time to explore what makes this game a charming and distinct experience. At its heart, 100% Orange Juice is a multiplayer board game where characters from various Orange Juice titles converge for battles fueled by dice rolls. Whether you're acquainted with Flying Red Barrel, Kewpie Shooting, Suguri, or Sora, there's an array of characters to suit every taste. The gameplay seamlessly blends strategy and chance as you navigate through campaigns or challenge others in online multiplayer matches. With a plethora of battle combinations and over 50 unique cards to collect, each game promises a fresh and exhilarating adventure. The game offers a host of features to enrich your experience, including 4 single-player campaigns, online multiplayer for up to 4 players, and character-specific combat abilities in the form of hypercards. With a very positive rating on Steam, the game has garnered praise for its addictive nature and engaging battles. While some may find the luck-based mechanics daunting, others relish the game's chaotic charm and replayability. 100% Orange Juice is a delightful fusion of strategy, chance, and whimsy that promises hours of entertainment for players of all levels. Whether you're a seasoned board game enthusiast or new to the genre, the world of flying dogs, people, and machines await your exploration. So gather your friends, roll the dice, and immerse yourself in the captivating universe of 100% Orange Juice. The Game of the Year Edition is a 5-year Steam anniversary bundle for 100% Orange Juice, including the base game, 12 extra characters, 3 extra card packs, and new announcer voices for all characters. At number 9 we have 8-Bit Adventures 2, a retro-inspired JRPG that blends nostalgia with modern design, delivering a polished and engaging experience. This title welcomes both newcomers and fans of the original with its well-paced narrative, strategic combat, and outstanding chiptune soundtrack. The story follows a cast of likable yet flawed characters on a journey that starts with a familiar setup but evolves into something deeper. Themes of adventure, growth, and abandonment add emotional weight, making the experience more than just a throwback. While you don't need to play the first game, some references to past events may make you wish you had. Gameplay is classic turn-based combat with a twist. You control a party of 7 characters, with 3 active in battle at a time. Swapping party members without turn penalties and using multi-character combination skills add layers of strategy. Defending even restores HP, making it a viable tactic. The difficulty is fair, but features occasional spikes that demand careful planning. Thankfully, you can save anywhere, with in-game save reminders, offering hints, or respawning enemies for extra grind. Visually, the game captures the charm of late 8-bit and early 16-bit titles, with vibrant sprites and cinematic cutscenes reminiscent of Ninja Gaiden. The standout feature, however, is the soundtrack by Sebastian Carfona Cruz, delivering some of the best chiptune compositions in the genre. If you love JRPGs, 8-Bit Adventures 2 is a must-play. Its heartfelt design and engaging mechanics make it a rewarding experience worth your time. And number 10 we have Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls Double Pack, a compilation of 2 interactive dramas by Quantic Dream, offering story-driven adventures focused on narrative choices and cinematic events. Both games lean heavily on quick-time events and player decisions, where the failure or even death of a main character does not lead to a game over, but rather alters the branching narrative. In Heavy Rain, you follow multiple protagonists hunting the Origami Killer. While the game has powerful tense moments, the overall plot can feel disjointed, a series of cool scenes glued together rather than a cohesive story. You'll find the poorly implemented QTEs frustrating, as the game often fails to clearly explain what your action motion prompts will perform. Furthermore, the controls can feel clunky, often making basic movement a chore. Beyond Two Souls tells the captivating if sometimes goofy story of Jodie Holmes and her spirit companion Aiden, played by Ellen Page and Willem Dafoe. This game looks phenomenal on PC, and its unique structure allows you to play scenes chronologically or in the original dramatic non-linear order. Gameplay centers on controlling both Jodie and Aiden, making decisions that can change the outcome of a scene, with Aiden's actions often turning quite dark. While some scenes feel like filler, the strong performances and intriguing narrative push you to discover Jodie's ultimate fate. This double pack delivers high drama cinematic experience that you'll remember, but you must tolerate clunky controls and crushable writing in Heavy Rain to get to the good parts. Beyond Two Souls is a stronger experience, offering a compelling narrative that demands repeat playthroughs to explore its many endings. And that's all for this bundle. Seriously, this is a pretty damn good bundle, no cap. The consensus is that the value is high enough that people are instantly grabbing it. Even if you only want a couple of games, the rest are solid additions to your collection. This is a quick decision. Hit buy now, because a bundle this strong won't last. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.